For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
On the back of the announcement of the celebration of football, NPLSA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, which will see 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with NPLSA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given a professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Yeah, go for it. Okay. No worries. I've tried cleaning it, man. It's all frosty from last night.
Welcome to Adelaide City Park here for NPL action today in a wet and rainy Adelaide. Especially down here at Adelaide City Park, lights are on, the water has just started to fall out of the sky, but round 19 action will kick off shortly between Adelaide City and Para Hills Knights. A huge game for both clubs. Different ends of the table. Adelaide City sitting in 6th position with Campbelltown breathing down their necks. They're looking for that win, which would keep them goal difference in front of Campbelltown, whilst for Para Hills, they need to win pretty much all of their remaining games and next week beat Raiders to try and stay in the National Premier League for 2026. Let's have a look at the starting lineups for Adelaide City. In goal, number 1, John Hall. Number 4, Lewis Killo. Number 5, Noah Smith. Number 7, Daniel Brezan. Number 8, Yared Abichu. Number 10, the captain, Nicholas Bucco. Number 11, Bruce Kamau. Number 20, Yuki Gitano. Number 22, Juan Gutierrez. Number 23, Vian Kurikuamana. And number 25, Luis Laurie Latanzio. Whilst for the visiting Para Hills Knights, number 4, Lawan Hassan. Number 5, the captain, Mark Ulaj. Number 6, Chol Well. Number 9, Abu Bakari Hussein. Number 10, Diego Santos de Oliveira. Number 11, Ali Muradi. Number 20, Gloria Amanda. Number 21, Luis Felipe Oliveira Lobo. Number 22, Kelvin Kamburu. Number 23, Harry Conant. Number 99, Yanni Delengis. As both teams make their way out onto the park for this one. Led out onto the field by referee Curtis Wordsworth and his assistants Joseph Bacheski and Cameron Joy. Bumped into Curtis in the car park on the way here, and we both said as long as the rain stays away we don't mind a bit of wind, but unfortunately that rain has appeared for the last 5 or so minutes. Not too heavy, but just a constant drizzle. Definitely make this Adelaide City grass pitch a lot quicker than what it would be. Thanks to RAA, the proud supporters of Football South Australia. Both teams just make their way into position for pre-game handshakes. Para Hills in the red and white. Adelaide City in their black and white kits. I do apologise for the camera. And the wind that you can hear in the microphones is becoming a little bit of a disaster down here at the moment, but we'll get on with things as soon as the referees are ready. Both teams just going into their pre-game huddle now. Both captains addressing not Adelaide City as Nick Bucco makes his way just over to grab a quick drink, but Para Hills will be pretty straightforward for them. A loss today will make it very difficult for them in the next couple of weeks. If they can pick up a point here or maximum points, they'll go a long way to safety. In the other games kicking off a bit later on, Metro Stars will have the chance tonight. If they win, they will be premiers of 2025. They could also draw or lose that game and have the Croydon result go their way and there would still be premiers with a couple of games to go. FK Beograd had their game washed out earlier on today. They were supposed to take on Adelaide Comets later on tonight, so apologies, not earlier today. It was supposed to be tonight, but that game will be rescheduled, I believe, for Monday night. As we're just about ready for kick-off here. It's going to be Abu Hussein to kick things off for Para Hills in the number 9, and away we go. Para Hills with possession. Nearly an early turnover there by Joel Well. And you can see the pressure from Adelaide City early on. Really want to stamp the authority here on the home deck. They rued the missed chances last week against Croydon. They were the better team for a majority of that match, and in the end came away with a 2-2 draw. Look to maximise the points here at home today. Here's Laurie Latanzio, the leading goal scorer for Adelaide City this season. But Harry Conant comes away with it on the far side. Lawan Hassan can't keep it in. It'll be a throw-in for Adelaide City. Laurie Latanzio has the 8 goals for the season. The only player on the pitch today that is inside the top 10 in the league. Para Hills have had a few goal-scoring troubles, so a couple of players with 4 or 5 goals. Adelaide City go forward here. Gutierrez. In the end, Delengas comes and just picks it up inside his box. A little bit of a breeze pushing that ball in a southerly direction. Delengas still holds the ball for a fair amount of time there. Referee happy to let it go. Here's Karika Wamana. Gitano. Laurie Latanzio looks to slip through Kamau. Gitano, that's it wasn't a late challenge, but it was definitely a high challenge by the captain Ulage there. Curtis Wordsworth in the end blows the free kick for Yuki Gitano, who's still just on his knees at the moment. Looks like he just picked that one right up in the rib cage. A little bit further out, but Nicholas Bucco did strike from a dead ball last week against Croydon in that match. On that 90 was Dan Magushi beating goals. He's got Yanni Delengas in goals today, but it's going to be the left foot of Noah Smith, and it goes straight in! Straight past the keeper's outstretched hand. The wind played absolute havoc with the goalkeeper there. It was destined for the top corner. In the end, it's gone straight into the middle of the goals. And Adelaide City take an early lead. So last week it was Nicholas Bucco. This week it's Noah Smith. So Adelaide City with the absolute ideal start here at home. Play back underway. Para Hills with their second kickoff in the first 5 minutes. And they've turned it over again. Now the ball goes out of play. It's come off an Adelaide City player, so it'll be a Para Hills throw. Hassan to take it. Just playing with the ball at the back at the moment. Para Hills want to try and keep possession. A little bit of a risk when you've got the high press of Adelaide City. Smith brings it down, but straight back to Oliveira. Laurie Latanzio comes off his foot last. You can see the intent from Adelaide City here early. Here's Nicholas Bucco. Referee says play on. Hasn't got too much forward, might have to go sideways. In the end, he still carries it. Now he's got Bruce Kamau. Laurie Latanzio will pick this up. Bruce Kamau goes down. Looks like he copped that one right into the ribs Noah Smith getting forward again. This time it's gone out too far. And Adelaide City have two players down here. Laurie Latanzio one and Bruce Kamau for the first challenge. So he may have just copped one in the private parts there, possibly. Or was it a little bit higher in the stomach? Back to their feet, both of them now. So a couple of little early scares there for Adelaide City. Curtis with a close whistle for play to resume. Delangas will go long. You can see the ball just holding up in the air. No real advantage with the breeze. I think it's just swirling around at the moment. Lobo goes forward. Hussein. Ball go out for a throw off Abachu. Now Hussein will get involved on the ball. Goes back. Well. Inside to Oliveira. Oliveira's got 3-4 Adelaide City players around him. Does very well to get out. Parrot Hills on the outer side through Hassan. He's got Abu making a run to the back post. He's also got Lobo into the box, but couldn't find either. And now Bruce Kamau with a little bit of real estate in front of him, but is met heavily by two Parrot Hills players. The referee says play on. Thought maybe there was half a foul there at least. Hussein again. Laurie Latanzio deflects it out for another throw. Here's Hussein, turns. Looks out wide for Muradi, couldn't find him. Another throw in, so Parrot Hills now with a little bit of possession in their front third. Can they make it count? Oliveira, it's got Kamau. Hussein. Referee says play on again, so Curtis Wordsworth, referee, happy to let it go at the moment. Condon on the far side now for Parrot Hills. Comes inside, finds Chola well. Muradi. Here's Hussein, out wide now. Gets past one. Not intentionally to Muradi, but it finds him. Muradi with two Adelaide City players. Gets the cross in. Kilo, Buko, Abachu. There's bright fluorescent yellow and orange boots today. Yuki Kitano makes the run. He's onside. Here's Yuki Kitano for Adelaide City. Cuts inside. Kariko Amana. Brazan on the right. Daniel Brazan! City with their first corner of the match. Noel Smith will head over to take them. Last week swung them in very well. Lewis Kalo was the recipient last week, nodding home for the first equaliser. Given that free kick he hit earlier, he swings this into the right area, could cause some trouble. Smith swings it in right onto the penalty spot. Gitano's there. Comes off of Lawan Hassan's head, and LA City will get a corner on the other side this time. Buko will take this one, swinging in again. You can see the flag. Lots of things. Near post, the keeper comes. Gets two gloves to it. Unfortunately, it spills for Oliveira. He's away, gets past two Adelaide City challengers. Amanda with the outside of the foot looking for Abu Hussein. Unfortunately, the idea was high quality, but the outcome not so. But you can see the counter attack from Parrot Hills there was lightning quick. Started by Captain Oliveira. Kalo goes long looking for Laurie Latanzio. Again, the wind playing all sorts of havoc. Conant, Amanda. Noah Smith picks it up outside of the foot, looking for Kitano, straight over his head, all the way into the arms of Delengas from Para Hills. Now it's Lawan Hassan in the middle of the park now. Kelvin Kamburu wins the free kick. Amanda looks to play quickly. Oliviera back to Amanda. Loses it this time. Laurie Latanzio had Kitano making the run, didn't see him. Oh, and that's a late challenge by Oliviera there. It's definitely a high arm. Quiet chat with Curtis Wordsworth there. Referee Curtis Wordsworth, probably one of the best in South Australia, mentioned on a number of occasions. Don't see him pull out too many cards unless he really has to, unless it's needed. That's a dangerous pass by Bucco. Kalo went with the head, Kamburu went with the foot or side of his body and gave away the free kick. So Adelaide City will get the possession back. Lewis Kalo plays it to Bucco again. They go short. Bucco's got Abitu here on the left-hand side. Perry Hill's just blocking up the middle of the park at the moment, making it very difficult for Adelaide City to play through. Now Bucco will go long. And that diagonal ball is brilliant to Noah Smith. Noah Smith with the left-footed ball into the box, slips it in. Control well, had to make the sliding challenge to make the ball go out for nearly a corner, but it's kept in by Maradi. Maradi's got Hussain making a run. Now Hussain's got a chase. Kalo comes across and collects. Noah Smith just an absolute threat down this left-hand side every time. Especially when Laurie Latanzio goes inside, makes the inside run, and Noah Smith's got a paddock in front of him out wide. City just happy to keep possession and try and drag Para Hills out of the middle of the park at the moment. Abitu, Karikawamana, he's got Kamau there. Kamau goes to ground, play on. Here's Harry Conant, gets the ball stuck between his feet, keeps it, finds Lawan Hassan. Back to Conant. Now it's Kelvin Kamburu. Kitano comes across to make the challenge. Para Hills win the throw on the far side this time. Rain has disappeared, but that spell of 5 to 10 minutes where it just drizzled down for just before the game kicked off really made it quite difficult for the ball at people's feet. Here's Chilwell, and there's another example, just that pass trying to find a target. Ends up with John Hall, who has just really been a spectator this first 10 minutes. Now Brazan has some space to run. He had Gutierrez to his left, but unfortunately the pass wasn't anywhere near Gutierrez to pick it up. Here's Oliviera. He's got the switch on. Again, that breeze, and Noah Smith just brings it down like it's a dry, sunny day, and away he goes through the middle of the park. Noah Smith might even think about having another go here. Plays Yuki Kitano. Kitano's onside. No, he's not. The flag goes up on the far side. Just heard from the official in front of us here on the camera side of the ground, that I think the bench must have asked why he didn't hear anything in his ear. I think the answer was that it's broken. So just for looks today, those earpieces. That's a bit of a better clearance by Delengas. Adelaide City win the header though. Again, Brazan will win possession, go all the way back to John Hall. Abitu with time just to assess. Got Kalo to his right, he uses now. Now Kalo goes to Buko. Abachu goes long looking for Smith again. But they will just skip off the turf here at Adelaide City Park and out for a throw in for Para Hills. Buko will pick up this one in the middle of the park. He's got Brazan. Brazan might have a go for goal. He does. And the idea from Adelaide City there is to get the ball to feet as quickly as possible and really test Delangas, but that one there was well and truly over the crossbar. Delangas will have another goal kick here. Goes long again. That one just holds up in the breeze. The one Hassan didn't win the header. Play on, says Curtis Wordsworth. Here's Amanda. Cuts inside. Now back heels it for Harry Conant down the left. Gutierrez for company. Conant gets the ball into the box. Abachu wins the header. Comes off of Kalo's shoulder. Play on. Abachu wins it. Oliveira, still Oliveira. Goes to ground. There's a little bit of theatrics about it, so the referee said play on. And now here goes Adelaide City through Laurie Latanzio. Laurie Latanzio plays Yuki Kitano. Kitano. Maratis for company. Kitano cuts in. Goes low. And off target. But just a massive example of how quickly Adelaide City can counter-attack. Lewis Laurie Latanzio will probably be one of the quickest in the league, I reckon, and showed it on that occasion. To be able to dribble at pace and then slip Yuki Kitano through. As the rain starts to fall again here. Delangas goes long with another goal kick. Kalo beaten it two at that time by Amanda. Here's Conant. Conant looks for Gloria but couldn't find him. Now Noah Smith. Conant tries to retrieve from his own turnover. Noah Smith and Buko just play keepy off for a second. Buko not too happy with the attention he received from Harry Conant there. Kalo. Diagonal ball wasn't the best, but Laurie Latanzio in plenty of space picks it up. Now he's got some space to run. Cuts inside. Laurie Latanzio. Low ball. Hassan clears. Now Noel Smith will pick it up. Noel Smith just tried to be a little bit too fancy on that occasion. Now Amanda. Gloria. Smith with the challenge. Amanda thinks it's his ball. Lorbo, who was the one playing the ball. Gloria is Gloria Amanda. My apologies. Noel Smith takes the throw. Kurikwamana. Boo Hussein pinches the ball off of him. Now Harry Conant goes to his left. His touch was a little bit far away, and that clearance has fallen straight to the feet of Laurie Latanzio. Cholwell has to chase and be careful here. Yuki Kitano! Adelaide City peppering the goals here at the moment. But Para Hills are giving the ball away a little bit too easily in their front third. Delangas will restart play with yet another goal kick. We've only played 20 minutes on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for Yundo Outdoor Solutions, and he's probably taken about 10 or 12 goal kicks already. Buko wins that, but plays it straight into the path of Conant. Conant will go through the middle of the park. Hussein. John Hall plays by feet again, not interested in picking it up. Para Hills apply a bit of a pressure, but Gutierrez finds himself in some space on the far side. Plays it to Brazan. Brazan loses possession, and Para Hills will win the ball back and have a throw in on the far side. Kamburu. Now Oliveira. Looked at that switch, but it wasn't on that occasion. Here's Amanda. Radi. Noel Smith. to have touched it with his hand, but play on, and the same goes for Lobo. Lobo getting a little bit frustrated with the attention from Laurie Latanzio, but in my eyes that was just great defending by the winger there. So Laurie Latanzio doing the defensive job as well as the attacking duties at the moment. And now a turnover. Boo Hussein couldn't keep it under his spell, lost possession. Smith goes across the park. I don't think Gutierrez is going to get to that one. Harry Hills with another throw. Ulage will pick it up. Shoal well here, and Muradi now on this near side doesn't get used. Shoal wants to play inside, finds Kamburu. Kamburu turns it over. Kamal, Oliviera will pick it off now. Kamburu plays the ball forward for Hassan, who's overlapping on the far side. Hassan, can he get the ball into the box? He does, he clips it in. Noah Smith has to put it out for a corner. So a little bit more dangerous on that occasion by Parry Hills. They get the chance from the corner now. Oliviera to come over and take. Hussein will go short to him. Here's Harry Conant. Can strike them. Conant goes low. Needs to be a little bit better to beat John Hall from there. Again, Adelaide City choose to put the ball on the deck and play it out. Kurikwamana turns it over. Amanda wins it. Here's Harry Conant again. Harry Conant runs at Kalo, one way, the other. In the end, Kalo does the defensive job very well. Hall had come out, so luckily Kalo did get the foot in. Gutierrez goes short. Here's Kamal. Kamal, he's got space here. He's onside. Lewis Laurie Latanzio only has the goalkeeper to beat. Muradi comes. Lewis Laurie Latanzio goes low, and it creeps into the bottom corner. 2-0 at Adelaide City. So Lewis Laurie Latanzio, Adelaide City's leading goal scorer this season, takes his tally to 9 for 2025, and Adelaide City go 2-0 up here at home. It was just Bruce Kamau picking the ball up in the middle of the park. A couple of the defenders from Parry Hills tried to play an offside trap. The other two dropped back, which was what kept Laurie Latanzio onside. And even though he didn't make the best connection, his little shimmy inside is what sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, because he probably thought that it was going to go across the other side. And I'm not sure if there's going to be an early substitution here. Possibly. Not too sure. I think it is. I think there is going to be a substitution. It looks like Bruce Kamau, who has been... Not too sure what's going on here, to be honest. It is going to be Bruce Kamau, so just a few instructions. Jonathan Negus giving instructions to Laurie Latanzio and Noah Smith, and looks like it's going to be Franchisi who's going to come on, and it is going to be Bruce Kamau. So unfortunately, that assist will be his last action of the game. And I reckon he is still suffering from the earlier collision he had probably about 5-10 minutes ago, which is what he's explaining now. So Bruce Kamau, who just came back into the starting lineup after being out for a fair chunk of the first half of the season, and looked to have been finding some good form as well. Looked like he was just finding that Bruce Kamau from 2016-17 form, where he was just beating players and getting in behind on occasions. And his day is short-lived. So Franchisi comes on. Laurie Latanzio's in space again. Muradi has to deal with it. Oliviera brings the ball down. Always has plenty of time on the ball. Oliviera makes so much time for himself just by positioning himself and having high IQ of the game. Franchisi's first involvement is to come across and intercept that one at the feet of Harry Connon, and Adelaide City will get it back. John Hall only had to make that one save so far down low from Harry Connon's shot. Apart from that, he's just been distributing the ball to his centre-backs, and away they go. And here they go again. Noah Smith, he's got a couple of runners making the run. Oh, they both step past the ball. Noah Smith through the middle of the park. Brazan, Franchise's making the run. Laurie Latanzio, the danger man on the left. Murati comes across. Laurie Latanzio tries to step over, gets the ball caught into his feet. Looked back for Bucco, but Lorbo was there doing his defensive job and puts the ball out for a throw. Into the box. Bucco couldn't quite get there. Lawan Hassan flips it over the top for Conant. Conant's got Gutierrez and Kurikuamana. Gets past both, keeps the ball. Kamburu, he's got Oliveira. Oliveira's got in space over this side, Lobo. Murati overlaps, but Lobo's touch is not his best, but he somehow keeps the ball. Looks inside. And ends up going to the left to Hassan. Hassan clips it in. Abu Hussein's there. Abu Hussein gets the header in on goal. Just goes straight up in the air, and that's goalkeeper catching practice for John Hall, who distributes by hand to Franchisi. John Hall, who's been playing with a little bit of a groin injury the last few weeks, so that's why he distributes by hand and only playing the short passes. Did see last week he came out off his line a couple of times against Croydon, and their marksman Luca Trimboli nearly caught him off his line, didn't miss by much, so you won't see him be too far out of his goal today. Hassan goes all the way back to Delengis. Delengis goes long looking for Lobo. Noah Smith wins the header. Kurikwamana wins the second header, and Kalo will pick up possession, and Adelaide City will maintain it again. Just happy to move it across from side to side at the moment. On the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard, they do have a 2-0 lead, and that one is a turnover. So Yared Abachi played it to Noah Smith, who had two players right underneath him, and they turn it over. Abu Hussein takes a throw. Made it difficult for Oliveira, but he kept the ball. Here's Kamburu, Amanda, Murati dummies it. Hussein will pick it up. Now it's Murati again. Bucco for company. Now Laurie Latanzio has to do the defensive work again. Barrios keep the ball. They go across to the opposite side where Hassan will come inside. Harry Connor will keep it in. Again, Hassan. Cheesy gets there, wins possession and wins the free kick. Just getting slightly heavier here at Adelaide City Park. Croydon well and truly in the driver's seat at the moment, playing the conditions much better, and this time it's Juan Gutierrez who gets in behind. Franchisi makes the run, but Hassan gets a foot there, keeps it in. Back to Gutierrez though. Gutierrez clips it in. Brazan. Laurie Latanzio miskicks it and clips it over the crossbar. So Brazan made his way into the box. You just get the feeling if that was Yuki Kitano there, it may have been 3-0. Just a little bit taller than Brazan, that's all it was the height issue. But even Laurie Latanzio snatched at the shot from off the side of his boot and over the crossbar, so Para Hills get a little bit of a let off there. They gave the ball back to Adelaide City in a wide area. The cross come in from Gutierrez, and just had to defend it. Again, the goal kick holds up. Again, that breeze just swirling whilst the rain's coming down as well. Not great or ideal conditions to play pretty football, but Adelaide City giving it a good crack, that's for sure. Here they go again with that high press. Ariels have to go long. Conant wins the header though. Here's Amanda in a wide area. Gutierrez tracks back. Conant on the edge of the box. Harry Conant Karikwamana gets a foot in. Kamburu. Here's Oliviera. Might have a shot on goal. Shifts the ball to the right. He's got Maradi. Maradi cuts in on his left. Still Maradi. Maradi plays it back to Conan. Conan goes one way, goes the other. Late challenge. Hassan goes low. I think Harry Hills might have even wanted the free kick there, but the referee said play onto advantage. Here's Buko. Maradi on the far side now. And Harry Hills win possession back. Here's Oliviera again, picking the ball up. Everything Harry Hills tried to do goes through him in midfield. Now, Cholwell. Lawball. Cholwell goes to ground. Lawball cuts inside. Harry Conant shifts it onto his left. Looks for Oliviera. Can't find him and gives Adelaide City time to get back behind the ball. Here's Oliviera again. Yuki Kitano dropped well and truly back to help out his midfielders. Here's Gloria Amanda. Gutierrez gets a foot in. Still Amanda. Back to Hassan. Here's Kamburu. Kamburu goes diagonally across looking for Maradi. Maradi's header. He saw Noah Smith coming and sort of didn't really want the contact, and in the end just Noah Smith smartly enough made out he was going to go for the ball, didn't get there. That's a dangerous touch by Karikwamana. Abu Hussein comes across, gives away the free kick. Adelaide City coach Vas Pahas just trying to tighten a few things up here, telling Nick Buko to get a bit of control and tell them not to do certain things. No need to. You're 2-0 up. Here's Noah Smith. Back to Abitu. Para Hills press, but Buko sitting in the hole picks the ball up. Now Kalo has Franchisi, finds him. Franchisi's got Laurie Latanzio. Unfortunately, what Adelaide City had built up nicely comes to an end. Franchisi tried to play the crossfield ball to Laurie Latanzio. Now Brazan pressures. Delanges has to go to Hassan. Conan. Again cutting inside. Kamburu back to Conan. Back to Kamburu. To Oliviera. Oliviera plays it to Amanda. Amanda's got a bit of space to run. Hussein goes to ground, but here's Harry Conan. Picks the ball up. Lewis Kalo comes across. Gets a foot in just to stop Harry Conan in his tracks. Here's Oliviera. Oliviera tries to play it through to Amanda making the forward run, but Adelaide City defensively are solid as a rock at the moment. Play it quickly. Conan. Lawball has a go from distance. Lawball. John Hall has to shift slightly to his right to make that save. Probably just about on the cusp of how far he can move at the moment. And again, they play it short to Yared Abitu. Plenty of time here, Abitu. Latanzio made the run forward, but didn't want to play the long ball that time. And then they still play short. John Hall. Harry Conant will pick that up. Karikwamana. Oh, and Harry Conant leaves one in there on Karikwamana. Referee just happy to blow the free kick. Play restarts all the way back to John Hall. Buko just sitting in as a centre back at the moment, in between the two of them. Goes long. Laurie Latanzio didn't look at the ball. Probably could have been a free kick. Play on. Here's Noah Smith. Can he get across into the box? He's got Laurie Latanzio and he finds him. Here's Laurie Latanzio back onto his right. Here's Karikwamana. Brazan. Back to Laurie Latanzio. Smith, is he onside? Cuts it. Flag goes up on the far side. But great movement by Adelaide City. Just carving their way through. Ball kept in by Lawball. Oliviera goes the switch to Harry Conant in some space. Lawan Hassan overlapped again. Gives it back to Conant. Kamburu in the middle of the park. Oliviera has 3 around him. Finds Amanda. Amanda's got Murati in some space. Gets it to him now. That's a bit better by Para Hills. Can he get the cross into the box? Can't beat Noah Smith. Clips it back in with his left. Can't beat Bucco. Laurie Latanzio. Brazan in some space, and away goes Adelaide City again. Laurie Latanzio gets forward. Yuki Kitano makes the run on the right. Latanzio down the left. Abu Hussein comes across to defend this time. Laurie Latanzio. One way or the other. Abu Hussein did very, very well just to hold him up there. Yared and Kurikwamana. Just a couple little bounce passes to each other. Now Lewis Kalo. Kurikwamana again. Yared Abachu just playing that short passing game with these midfielders, as they've done for the whole game, and they've turned it over a couple of times, and this time they get bailed out from the free kick. Vasparhas a couple of minutes ago said not to play that ball inside unless it was wide open, and they're continuing to do it. And I'd hate to see the reaction if it cost them a goal. This time Yared goes across to Kalo. Kalo's got Kitano. Out wide is Gutierrez. Franchisi makes the run into the box. Noah Smith will bring this down. He might even have another go. Noah Smith, he does! Telengas had to get the hand up and save. So the first time round, Noah Smith went with the in-swinging free kick that ended up in the back of the net. That time there, he brought down the half volley with the outside of the foot and looked for the far, or the near right corner from where he was standing. They get a corner. It's going to be Noah Smith again. Plays it short to Brazan. Gets into a position. He might have a go from here. Noah Smith clips it to the back post. Might have been better off wrapping his foot around and having a go on goal there. As the rain direction changes again. It was just drizzling straight down, but now coming from the west, heading south, heading east. You can see the breeze is doing the same thing with that free kick, that goal kick there. Just looked like it was coming straight towards the camera and then made its way into the middle of the park. So the weather is doing all sorts of things here today. Bucco would take the free kick on halfway. Had a quick look up there. Delenkas was off his line, but thought against that. Wouldn't put it past him, that's for sure. Again, Bucco on the ball. Laurie Latanzio turns, finds Kurikwamana. He has Gutierrez out wide. They keep the ball again, Adelaide City. So on the ball, Adelaide City look very comfortable. Para Hills may need to just put a little bit more pressure in these areas. They're far too easy for them to find these sort of passes like that to Noah Smith. Noah Smith now on the left. Can he get the cross in? He does. Clips it to the back post. It's past everyone. Kitano will have to chase it down. Gets there ahead of Conan, and it will be a Para Hills throw on the far side. Abu Hussein decided against bringing it down. Now Bucco wins the ball back. Laurie Latanzio touches just past Murati. Cuts inside though, Laurie Latanzio. Now it's Kurikwamana. Finds Kitano. Back to Laurie Latanzio. Kurikwamana goes with the shot. And I think that came off of his own player there. Yes, it did. It came off of Laurie Latanzio. So if it had ended up in the back of the net, it would have been Laurie Latanzio's goal. Just over 5 minutes remain to half time here. On the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard, the RAA NPL Round 19 clash between Adelaide City and Para Hills. Adelaide City with the 2-0 lead, heading into half time at the moment. It's a late challenge. I thought it was against Para Hills, but they get the free kick going their way. Para Hills with a dead ball opportunity here. Maybe they look to get some numbers in the box. And no, they go short. Oliveira turns it over, gets it back. Gutierrez, in the end, just has to clear. 40th minute, still a 2-0 lead. Adelaide City looking comfortable. Parra Hills playing for their, not only are they playing to stay alive in this match, but they're playing to stay alive in the NPL next season. As it currently stands, they're in 11th position on 16 points. Modbury Jets on 16 points. Adelaide Raiders are bottom on 15, so that's how close it is down the bottom end of the table. The next team is Adelaide Comets on 25, so a 9-point gap, which after today would be too much to close for one of them, meaning that it will be a 3-horse race down the bottom next week, and there is a huge game between Parra Hills and Raiders, so potential relegation battle next week as the rain absolutely teeming down here. It is pouring at Adelaide City Park. There is not many dry people left except for those in the Adelaide City corporate box here. Here's Chol, well, goes forward, Conant, it's turned over, Lewis Calo wins it. He's got Laurie Latanta, who he can't find. It's Oliveira. Back the other way go Parra Hills. Here's lower ball. Gets the cross to the back post. And that is not even close to anybody in a red shirt. Not too sure who he's seen or what he was trying to do, but wasn't going to work as soon as it left his boot. Gutierrez will take the throw on the far side. Free kick now, Adelaide City. Hands in the back, I believe. Play it. No, they don't. Well, it's played short. Bucco will take. Looks like no risks being taken here, but as I say that, they go short. So Calo goes back to Hall. Hall plays to Yared Abitu. Prezan presents, gets the ball back to Abitu. Now Hall. John Hall only really been tested on the one occasion so far here today. That was a shot from Harry Conant some time ago. Catano wins the header. Here's Laurie Latangio in space. Franchisi leaves it for Gutierrez. Gutierrez gets on the end of it, cuts it back. Can't find a teammate in black and white. Yuki Catano wins it back though. And a chance there goes begging for Adelaide City. Here's Amanda. Yared Abitu just shows him a little bit of respect there instead of diving in. Low. Noah Smith is touched inside for Karikamana, ends up with Oliveira. Here's Lorbo. Can he do a bit better this time? Plays it for Muradi. Muradi, can he get the cross in? Goes to ground, Noah Smith. Unfortunately for him, the ball was out of play. So Noah Smith dove in there. Muradi skipped past him, but unfortunately the ball was just out of play before he got to it. Touch from Noah Smith to start all that inside. He tried to bring the ball under control and then play it first time to Karikamana. Vieira has been the centre of absolutely everything so far for Parra Hills. Franchisi makes the run forward again. Hassan gets there first though. Puts it out for another throw in on the far side. Gutierrez not in much of a rush to take this throw. We approach the final couple of minutes now of the first half. Amanda brings it down, plays it inside. Here's Hussein. Got some space. Bucco has to chase. Tries to play it first time. Muradi gets it. Skips past Buko, Maradi. Has Lobo here. Lobo now. Noah Smith for company. Lobo one way, the other. Cuts inside now. Has a go. And the deflected shot probably end up being... No, it doesn't. Laurie Latanzio does very, very well to keep that one in play. And then Joel Wells outside of the foot pass nearly ends up in the back of the net. Fortunately for him, Delengas wasn't any further out, otherwise a bit of trouble there. Probably only been a corner, but the risk was still fairly high. Here's Ulage. Again, Oliveira picking the ball up. He's got Lobo on this side. Chooses against the diagonal ball that time. Plays to Hassan. Hassan puts the ball past Franchisi. Now he plays inside to Amanda. Amanda had the chance to play the ball to Conan there, but chose not to. Here's Kelvin Kumburu. Maradi. Was caught in two minds there, Maradi, whether to cross or touch the ball past and keep going. And in the end, he loses possession. Noel Smith, alternatively, does the same thing. So Para Hills win the ball back deep in their attacking third. Here's Harry Conan. Tries to play it to, in the end it falls. Bit of a scrappy passage there. Noel Smith now goes to Brazan. Brazan looked for Yuki Kitano with the header, but unfortunately didn't come off. As the rain just before half time decides it's going to stop. Here's Hussein, Oliveira. The run's made inside by Lobo. Kalo, Kurukwamana. Here's Yuki Kitano. Brazan. Back to Kurukwamana. Maradi falls to the ground for not only probably the second time I reckon he's lost his footing there. Must be right in that area too. Adelaide City probably be intent to keep possession here just to see the half out, keep the 2-0 buffer. Abertu got a couple of options. Noel Smith is in some space, but doesn't use him. Kalo tried the diagonal ball and let off the hook there because Lobo used his hand to control it. Abertu got a couple of options. Kurukwamana. And that is the only one that's required because without any further to do here, Curtis Wordsworth brings the first half to an end in what was a completely dominated first half by Adelaide City. Para Hills with only one chance really to test John Hall, and he saved that comfortably, whereas Adelaide City were peppering the goals for a good 10-15 minutes there. They took the 2-goal lead and just kept going. They had to make an early substitution though. Bruce Kamau coming off with what looked to be another niggling injury, which is the only thing dampening the first half for Adelaide City. But at the break, Adelaide City find themselves in a winning position, which would keep them in the top 6 unless Campbelltown managed to score 6 goals in their game. We'll be back with the second half here. It's Adelaide City 2, Para Hills Knights 0.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
what I'm excited about the most, how we can come together, learn about everybody, because we're not the same, but we're somehow the same.
The community came to government to express their concerns about young people. It is our role to listen and it's our role to act.
There's so many kids wanting to play the game from all walks of life.
African Youth Program was established to help Africans through sport, cultural identity, mentorship.
Having a program that's going to target the African children, given it's their sport of choice, presents a huge opportunity to link participation in football with education, which is the perfect thing.
I think the African Youth Program will be a very inclusive program with different teams, different schools coming to play with us.
It's like a very big opportunity to expand skills, knowledge, and in different areas of life.
Most of the kids will grow from this program to be able to become valuable, positive contributors in our society.
Like a voice to be spoken with and not being scared to show your skills.
This empowerment program has many different aspects to it, and of course sport is one of those, but it's actually really about finding your place in the world.
I think everybody's pushing in the one direction to make sure that we can make a real difference.
It's not just a game, it's a very passionate sport that millions of people around the world love to play. That's what football is.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
It's deemed as an Italian club. That's a bit fictitious. They called it Salisbury Internationale because that's what it was. It was full of internationals from all walks of life, and it continues to be that. Obviously we had an Italian background, right, but throughout the 50 years, it's been a big dynamics, and it's still changing, so it's great.
I think it's an exciting opportunity. Obviously the new State League 2 system, got the North and South, and I think the final series is definitely something that we want to be a part of and want to be involved in, so it's definitely an exciting opportunity.
Yeah, when I've seen State League 2 North, I was all over it. I don't want to travel at all, so I was all about it. Wife was all about it.
Always been a northern boy. I'm 30 seconds down the road. Played for this club for 4 years a while ago, and it's just my family as well, been here as well, so it means a lot.
Everyone around the club's been so welcoming. All the people on the committee and around the club were so nice from day one, and same with the players. Got some nice experienced players out here who are really nice and welcoming to some of our younger players, so that's been really nice to have.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
For Skimitsi against Ulash. Still trying to win against Skimitsi. Oh, and a save with the legs from Delangus. The space to run into. Amanda has one in the centre. Does reach him. Needs to find the angle for the hit. And it's a good save by Woodlands. Taking it out for a corner.
Even better save this one than the previous one.
Stam as well. Yeah.
It's hard to.
Oh, Signorello, what a save! He puts a fist behind it and sends it for a corner.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
For the second half here at Adelaide City Park. Curtis Wordsworth gives the ball back to players on the park. Adelaide City will kick things off. The rain stopped for the whole half-time break. As soon as the players walked out and stepped foot back onto the park, it started pouring again. Away we go. Adelaide City with the 2-0 lead on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. First half to Noah Smith and Laurie Latanzio, giving him that 2-0 lead. No changes at the break, just the one change in that first half. As Hassan does well, Kalo does well to put it out of play. The change that was made was Bruce Kamau, who came off injured. Nicholas Franchisi came on. Can report that Bruce Kamau has made his way up into the corporate area, nice and warm compared to the rest of the 22 left on the park. Far side ball was played forward for Lobo. Too far in front of him though, it goes out for a goal kick. John Hall will take, and if I was a betting man, I would say he's going to go short here, but Para Hills have a high press set up. He may need to go long, but he won't even do that because Buko's come in to pick the ball up and he just rolls it to him. Looking for Noah Smith on the far side, who was an absolute menace down that side, or this near side. Now he's going to be on the opposite side for the second half. He's got some defensive stuff to do here. Laurie Latanzo helps him out. Noah Smith now comes across to help out. Inside though, tries to skip past a couple. Was Lobo. Adelaide City just struggling to get out of their defensive third at the moment. Lobo goes to the ground looking for the free kick. Doesn't get it. Oliveira comes across, picks the ball up. And a couple of players today that have just brought the ball down on a 5-cent piece, and the weather hasn't really affected them too much. Oliveira is one of them. Pressure's put on here by Adelaide City. And Lawan Hassan turns it over, he grabs Franchisi in a big bear hug. Harry was just encouraging their players on from the bench. They do have some firepower on the bench, Para Hills, which is George Karadianis, who's come to Para Hills from Vipers. Here's Yuki Gitano off the chest, one way, the other. Couldn't quite get the strike away. Oliveira comes away with it. Amanda makes the run, but the ball goes out for a throw. Noel Smith takes the throw. Gitano, second time round, will bring it under control. But then the third time round, can't find an Adelaide City black and white shirt. Now he goes Ulash through the middle. Harry Conant tries to slip it through for Amanda. Noah Smith just dwelled on it for a second. Now Franchisi in some space. Comes back to Gutierrez. Scalo looks up. Had a couple of options. Laurie Latanze makes the run through the middle. Lawan Hassan has to put it out for a throw. Juan Gutierrez will take. Goes back to Lewis Calo. All the way back to John Hall. Back to Calo. Back to Hall. Now Hall may have to go long. He does. Franchisi will pick it up. First touch, second touch. A couple of handballs in there. Not sure who handballed it last. Curtis Wordsworth says that Franchisi handballed it last. Not sure how he picked that one out, but Para Hills get the free kick. Oliveira plays it inside. Kamburu keeps it under control the second time round. Looked for Ulaj, but goes past him. Delangus will pick it up. Now he gets it to Ulaj. Harry Conant inside, turns with some space. Looks for the feet of Abu Hussein, sorry. Hassan was behind him and he found neither of those. Ball goes out again for another throw. Juan Gutierrez will take. There's the celery squad down the far end. Make a bit of noise. There's 4 of them here. 4 more than probably anywhere else here in Adelaide. Gitano looked for the ball across to Laurie Latanzio, sorry. It was intercepted by Para Hill, so just a little bit of a scrappy start here from both sides. Conant has 2 players around him. Now 3. Can't beat either. The referee says play on. Laurie Latanzio can't beat Oliveira. Now on the far side it's Lobo. Runs at Noah Smith. Noah Smith gets a foot in, puts it out for a throw. Here's Gloria Amanda. Lobo. Maradi was overlapping, but he goes to Oliveira. Inside to Kelvin Kamburu. Looked to get the shot away, but was held up by Razan. Now it's Hassan. Now Abu Hussein. Conant looks for the far corner there, by the way he was shaping. It's blocked. The ball spills free. Para Hills doing all the attacking and pretty much having all the possession since we restarted. Most of it again going through that man Oliveira and the 10 for wearing the number 10 for Para Hills, who's probably going to get on again here, and he does. Looks again for the switch. And a great diagonal ball to Abu Hussein. Gutierrez shapes him up. goes to ground. Abu Hussein cuts inside. Here's Oliveira. Kamburu loses it but wins it back. Kamburu, still Kamburu, low shot, and John Hall has to make the save down low. That ball just skipped in front of John Hall and had to make the difficult save. Para Hills looking for the reward here, having most of the possession. Best spell of the match to start the second half. Oliveira, who will take the in-swinger, swings it deep. Yared Abitu gets there first, goes to ground. Referee says play on. I think Curtis was trying to get some sort of communication with his official on the far side, but as we mentioned in the first half, the mic of that official on the far side isn't working. So it probably makes it a little bit difficult for that sort of thing. Kitano picks it up in some space. Now, Vian Kurikwamana onside is on the far side. Noah Smith was onside. Laurie Latunje was offside. Got to neither of them. Went all the way through to Delengus. Now here's Amanda in some space. Try to skip it past and then play it. Probably could have just sprayed it out for Hussein. Laurie Latunje's onside. Oh, that's a tight decision. Looked like he was onside from here. Para Hills will get the ball back. Here's Oliveira again. Kamburu. Condon. Slow build up again by Para Hills, but again doing all the attacking. Here's Lawan Hassan. Here's Abu Hussein. Oliveira. Kumana was a little bit physical with Oliveira, but they kept the ball, so the play was played on by Curtis Wordsworth. Here's the ball out from Maradi. Looked to get it in, shaped inside to on his left, and then lost the possession, but they get it back again. Amanda, Kamburu. Here's Amanda still on the ball. Flips it inside looking for Conan. Below gets a foot to it. Here's Harry Conan still. Franchisi clears, finds Lewis Laurie Latunja, who's got some space, and we know he's got pace. He runs into that space. Cholwell comes across. Laurie Latunja puts it past him, cuts it back, and in the end Cholwell does very well. Deflected up straight into the hands of Yanni Delengus from Para Hills. And here's Abu Hussein going the other way. He's got some space. He's also got pace. Runs at Gutierrez, Abu. Tried to play it inside. Buko comes across, wins possession. Abu Hussein puts Buko under pressure. And Abu Hussein, in the end, it comes off his foot and goes out for a Adelaide City throw. Gutierrez will take the throw again. Kitano wins the header. Ulaj picks the ball up. Looks like a bit of a head injury here for Lawan Hassan, who gets back to his feet as the referee blows the whistle. I'm not sure why the Para Hills people are complaining. They're the ones that said referee, referee, and then he stopped the game and then they said referee, what are you doing? Again, Para Hills go forward. On the far side, Lobo, Maradi. Yared Abitu gets there first, dummies over the ball, it goes out for a goal kick. So for all the possession and attacking that Para Hills are doing, they're not getting any reward, and they need to find something better in the front third to try and beg this one back a little bit. Again, John Hall and Buko. We'll just roll it in front of him, and out they play. Yared Abitu now. Back to Hall. Buko. Kurukwamana. Look to play to feet. They turned her over again. Abu Hussein finds himself in that same position. He's spaced out wide. Got 2, 3, 4 Adelaide City shirts looking at him. Finds Conant. Conant's dispossessed. Kurukwamana wins it back. Franchisi. Oliviera comes across. Puts it out for a throw. Back to Hall again as we see the substitutes for Adelaide City head down to warm up, as well as looks like Kisas Shrisa has been told to warm up for Para Hills. That ball's in dispute, but Dulage gets there first. Brazan chases down Delengas. Delengas goes long. Looks like he was in an offside position, and he is. That's Lorbo, who came from an offside position and didn't get onside quick enough. Noel Smith plays it short. Laurie Latanja in some space. Puts it past one. Slips through. Franchisi. Adelaide City look for third. Delengas saves well. Abu Hussein will keep it in play. So only Delengas coming to the saviour of Para Hills there. Could have been lights out here at Adelaide City Park if they had gone in. Jared Abitu gets a foot and puts that out for a throw. Harry Conant on the ball now. Oliviera plays it to no one really. Laurie Latanja with the little flick. Brazan sees Delengas off his line. Goes for glory. And unfortunately for him it goes well wide. But as I just mentioned, Para Hills doing all the attacking in the second half. Adelaide City get one opportunity to go forward and they straight away test the goalkeeper out, which is the difference today. It's just the quality. Here's Amanda in some space. Buko's got a chase. Still Amanda. Now it's Hussein. Gutierrez and Buko both come to close him down. Here's Oliviera. Looks for the back post. Noah Smith, whose touch went underneath him and then in the end nearly worked out, but no Para Hills player made the forward run. Now it's Yuki Kitano for Adelaide City. Kitano looks up. Franchisi makes the run. So does Noah Smith, and they're all onside. Cuts it inside. Deflected. Brazan in some space. He might have a go here, Brazan. He does. It's low, and it's just past the post. Nearly 3-0 for Adelaide City. Delengas restarts. One's Marathi. Low ball. Puts Noel Smith to the deck. Play on. Runs at him. Amanda makes the run. There's no advantage. It might come back. Amanda clips it in and they get a corner. Corner's taken quickly. Marathi on the ball. Harry Conant. Back to Marathi. Is he onside? Yes, he is. Now it's Amanda. And that comes to a bit of a waste there for Para Hills, and back the other way goes Laurie Latangio. He's only got really Brazan for support. Franchisi makes his way up quickly. The referee says that's a free kick. So I don't know how much of the ball he got, but he must have not got enough for the referee's liking. As Bigirimana goes to warm up now as well. Could be a double change coming up here for Para Hills, given that they're probably warming up a little bit more frenetically compared to the Adelaide City players. On the ball here is Buko, Laurie Latangio and Yuki Kitano. Would not be surprised if he goes for goal here. No, clips it over the top with a smart ball. Laurie Latangio's on the end of it, and that would have been a beautiful goal. That was something off the training pitch, that for sure. Here's Amanda. Late challenge. Play on. Oliviera. Amanda, he's got Lawan Hassan in some space. That ball hits the referee, and they'll get the ball back. Para Hills coaching staff not too happy. Play goes on. Here's Maradi. Oliveira goes for goal. It's over the top and it's in the back of the net. Oliveira from distance. John Hall couldn't do anything about it. They pull one back. So they've tried that on a number of occasions this second half where they've played the ball short and tried to get play going. That time it works. Maradi cut inside. Shifted it inside for Oliveira. His swinging shot in this breeze, as we saw in the first half, Noah Smith caused the goalkeeper trouble, and on that occasion it's Oliveira. That has called for a change on the Adelaide City bench. Bian Kurugwamana coming off. Coming on will be number 80, Patrick Karachia. Straight into the midfield alongside Bucco. We know that he's a live wire and can turn games on his head, so he's got plenty of time to get involved here and help Adelaide City over the line. Paddy Karachia, there he is on the ball. Bucco, Amanda chases, Gutierrez, inside, Brazan, over the top, Franchisi makes the run. Para Hills seem to have listed the intensity here this second half, and they've got the reward, they've got the goal back, gets them back in the game. Karachia, not too sure about that one, but not too sure, I don't think it's a card, but definitely a free kick if that's what he reckons. It's turned over though, here's Yuki Kitano. Brazan, one way, the other. Para Hills did well to get back goal side and deflect it their way. Joel Well goes over to pick it up from Delengas. Plays it inside to Amanda. Abertu's there. Now Oliveira again with that ball across the park, which he loves doing. Hassan wins it. Franchisi. Here's Harry Conant. Kilo gets there. Does very, very well. Probably has to go long, and that's all he really had. Brazan, Bucco, across to Noah Smith. Noah Smith's got Laurie Latanzio, uses him. Back to Smith. And he turns it over. Lobo. He's got Maradi overlapping, uses him. Maradi gets it into the box. Maradi! The flick from Conant went across the face of goal. Amanda will pick it up. Gets into the box now. Got to be careful here, Adelaide City. Hassan, Oliveira might have a shot on goal. No, shifts it across the park. Uses Cholwell, who's up for the back now. Maradi goes inside to Kamburu. Oliveira again, the goal scorer. Can he get another shot away? Tried to do a little bit too much that time round. Now Brazan on the break. Has Yuki Kitano. Plays it across to him. Laurie Latanzio bursting forward. Gets the ball now. Cholwell comes across. Here's Karachia. Goes back towards the left-hand side of the park. Gets into the box. Oliveira's there. Karachia has to go all the way back to Noel Smith. So Adelaide City not trying to force the issue, but they keep possession. Gutierrez. Abertu across to Kilo. Back to Yared Abertu. Kilo. So Para Hills definitely got their way back into this one and forcing Adelaide City just to retreat and keep the ball. Karachi's blind pass. Luckily, ball was awake to it and outside of his box. Bucco. Yared Abertu now. Looking for that one over the top. Doesn't play it. Karachia. Inside to Kitano. Kitano's got Noah Smith. Noah Smith's onside. Gets the ball into the box. Here's Franchisi! 3-1, just like that. Noah Smith timing his run on down the wing to perfection, and then the pass was just as good for Nicholas Franchisi, who puts the third in the back of the net for Adelaide City, and they get that 2-goal lead back. Beautifully worked there by Adelaide City. Noah Smith. Noah Smith's been an absolute menace down that left-hand side. And not so much this half, but you look at the opportunity he gets on the rare occasion he's had so far, and he made it count by squaring the ball across the box. Franchisi was there to put it into the back of the net, and Adelaide City might look now just to take back control, because Para Hills have had majority of the possession in the second half.
Coming off number 22, Kelvin Bamboo, to be replaced by number 12,
So you can see a couple of substitutions there made by Para Hills. Kamburu come off, Shrisa come on, and the other player that came off was Lobo on the far side for Bagiri Mana. Here goes Laurie Latanzio. Sees the keeper off his line. Chested it down, had the strike on goal. Nearly pulled out a weldy there, Laurie Latanzio. Para Hills restart, play quickly again. Unfortunately, that time round, pass goes past everyone, ends up with John Hall. Here's Yared Abachu, Buko. Franchisi flicks it inside. Laurie Latanzio had Yuki Gitano making the run, but couldn't find him. Juan Hassan's got to pick this one up. Goes long. Buko comes in late, wins the ball though. Shrisa was the one who went to ground. Adelaide City get possession back. So Para Hills putting the pressure on again, looking to get another goal. Reduce that margin. But here he is, Noah Smith, who's been probably close to best on ground today. Laurie Latanzio, he'll probably have something to say about that. Inside. It's going to fall here for Noah Smith, is it? No. Across comes Marati. Puts it out for a throw in. So Adelaide City just look dangerous every time they go forward. But they're going to create or score. Which is not ideal when you're a team that is fighting relegation and trying to get back into this particular game. You want to throw numbers forward, but you know that the threat's always there. Yuki Kitano's shirt's just about come off, but he's given the free kick away. I'm not too sure how that works. Para Hills with the free kick. I think it's played it across. Chol well. Just taking a risk there. Noah Smith with a sliding challenge. Showed the studs, but didn't collect any of the player, which was fortunate. Harry Conant and Paddy Karachia do battle. Bagiri Mana. Karachia has got players on side here. Laurie Latanzio looks like he's on the side. He is in on goal. Laurie Latanzio. 4-1 Adelaide City. Another well-timed run by Laurie Latanzio. And Adelaide City score their fourth. And Nicholas Buko is demanding more out of his troops, saying it's not over yet. He wants more and more and more. And that is the kind of leadership you really need. It's definitely a tight call, but I think it was the right one, given the speed of the game. It was a bit of a scatter of defenders. They were sort of on a bit of an angle. They weren't in a straight line, which made it even probably more difficult for the linesman. But the decision goes the way of Adelaide City. They get their fourth after a little bit of a scare in the opening 20 minutes. It was Paddy Karachia who was the one playing the ball through. Para Hills restart play. Here's Abu Hussein. So Para Hills did all that work in the opening stages, scored the goal to make it 2-1, and since then Adelaide City have just had a couple of quick chances and scored a couple of quick goals. Now it's Paddy Karachi again. Yuki Kitano got players overlapping, but his pass didn't quite make it. Noel Smith had to come inside. Here he is again, Noah Smith. Ball again inside. Laurie Latanzio. He's got two, looking for that hat-trick. Here he is again, Laurie Latanzio. Goes to ground. Play on, says the referee. Harry Conant with the ball. Heads in towards the box. Slips it in. Shrisa. Goes to ground. Probably a little bit too easy. And it'll be a goal kick. Adelaide City look like they're going to go to their bench again here. Not yet. Ball comes back into play. Bucco. Catano presents. Great little touch there for Noah Smith into the path of him. Comes across one way. He's got Franchisi. He plays it inside to Bucco. Bucco now plays it to Franchisi. Back to Bucco. Nope. Past him to Brazan. Here's Catano. He's onside as well. Into the box. He's got Bucco. He's also got Brazan. Here's Brazan. And it's 5. Delengus got a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out the back of the net. And Para Hills, that lifeline they got 15 minutes ago has sunk now. And their season and time in the NPL looks like it's going to come down to next week's big clash with Adelaide Raiders, Croatia Raiders I should say, and then the following week. And now Adelaide City probably can afford to make a couple of substitutions with these young players coming onto the park and maybe give a couple of the older heads and maybe players that they don't want to get injured to rest. Both substitutions, and it's going to be Yuki Kitano. So the first one coming off was Juan Gutierrez, fullback. Yuki Kitano comes off. No goal today for Yuki, but pretty good performance nonetheless. And the two players that come on was Dayan Kafuta, number 34, and number 28, Luca Ullman. Para Hills, not going to die wondering though. Here's Bikirimana, he's chest down, too far away. Oliviera will pick this one up. Brazan gets a foot in. Oliviera goes to ground. And they'll get a free kick. Well, if going into the halftime break at 2-0 wasn't already tough enough, when you come out and dominate for a good 15 minutes and then score that goal and then look like you're probably in the game, playing here at Adelaide City Park isn't easy. And it's certainly not going to be an easy last 15 or so minutes. 5-1 is the scoreline on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. And it looks like they want more Adelaide City. They just want to keep going. So they're not backing off and just happy with this one. Play goes on. So the referee, the player that threw the ball in, wasn't allowed to touch it. So play goes on. Here's Brazan. Gets past Ulaj. Well, the ball got past Ulaj, but he didn't. So Oliviera just put his head down and stopped. But because he took the throw in, he wasn't actually allowed to touch the ball until someone else had. But it might have been worth doing so and giving the free kick away rather than just letting Adelaide City wander down and run at the goal. And Here's Noah Smith again. He might want to get back on the score sheet. No. Laurie Latanzio couldn't find him with that little flick. Giri Mana. Hassan. Karachi comes across. Hussein. Franchisi gives him a little bit of space to come inside. Now Karachi has to come across and help. Here's Bakiri Mana. One way, the other. Now down the line. Here's Abu Hussein. Might have a go on goal. No room for that. Oliveira will, won't he? Surely. Probably a couple of extra touches than what he needed there. He had a decent opportunity. Harry Conant on the far side. Muradi and Hall will come out and claim that one very safely. And Muradi and Yared Abachu having a few words there. Looked like Muradi pushed into the back of Abachu, and you know that he won't back down or allow that to happen very easily. Oh, it's turned over. Hall's off his line. And I think Teresa saw that, tried to get the shot on target. Who was it? It was Noah Smith. So he's had a wonderful game, Noah Smith, but saved his blushes there by, I think it was Abachu who was in the way. Connor will take the free kick on the far side. Sorry, the corner. It's clipped in. It's in a dangerous area, but when you've got someone the size of John Hall, and even though he's not 100% fit, all he has to do is really just raise the arms and catch that quite easily. Rolls it out to Karachia. Brazan. Back to Yared Abachu. And it really is just cruise control now for Adelaide City. Buko in some space. Onside was Laurie Latanzio looking for that hat-trick. Righty goes to ground. Hill's going to make another change here. Looks like Lazana Smith's being called back from the corner where he's warming up. Maybe a double change with Kalagianis as well. Here's Juraj, plays to Hassan. Hasn't really got too many options, but he finds Oliveira. Oliveira tries to skip inside, gets the ball back and in some space, plays the ball over the top. Now Muradi has plenty of space on the far side. Looks one way. Plays it to Conan. And they get a corner. Conan take this one again. Swung in, or away from the goal, so I should say. Cleared. Just go around the ground, so we know it's 5-1 here. Adelaide United are doing Adelaide City a massive favour as well. 2-0 up against Campbelltown, which would put a 3-point gap between the two in 6th and 7th. In fact, Adelaide United would stay in the top 6 themselves. Come back to that in 2 seconds. Ball back into play. Cleared. Joel well. Harry Hills with the ball. The one Hassan. Looks for Manda. Looks to get it back to Hassan. Couldn't do so. Now he gets to the ball out wide to Abu Hussein. Paddy Karachia, I should say, and that's offside, so not going to work out. Hussein gets past Franchisi with ease, gets into the box now. Abu Hussein closed down by Lewis Calo. So with Adelaide United being 2-0 up against Campbelltown, it would put them on 31 points. Adelaide City winning here would go to 30 points, would mean play for the slip down to 6th. United would go into 4th and City into 5th. Here's Muradi. Yulman gets a foot in. Still Muradi. His cross is on top of the goal. Had John Hall worried for a split second there. And that, if that score did stay 2-0 to Adelaide United. Campbelltown would find themselves now 3 points outside of the top 6 with 2 games remaining. So, given that Adelaide City have put 5 on the board today and only conceded the 1, they'll have, for the first time, or not for the first time, but since the early stage of the season, they'll actually have a positive goal difference of 1 goal. Sorry, 2 goals, because they are -2 at the moment. Campbelltown are -3. Conceding 2 means -6, so an uphill battle not only for points but for goal difference for them to get into the 6 towards the end of the season. And in the other game that is nearly 60 minutes in, Adelaide Croatia Raiders 0, Croydon 0, which would hand Metro Stars the Premier's plate before they even kick off, and it would mean that Croatia Raiders would go to 16 points, and means Para Hills would be firmly on the bottom after this result today. So one of those substitutions took place. Play restarts. Pressure from Yorman up top. Righty and Oliveira. Gary Mana now. Inside to Shrisa. Rosanna Smith has Abitu for pace. Abitu just has to get goal side. He does. And jumps into that challenge and concedes a corner. Here's Oliveira, Srisa, Smith, Ulage, deflected. Giriman into the box, get his shot away, and John Hall has to make the save again. Kept in by Yorman. Now it's Brazan. Looked for Laurie Latanzio. With the outside of the foot, didn't quite make it to where he wanted it to go. Now Lawan Hassan picked the ball up. Closed down. Ulage's touch was a little bit away from him. Paddy Karachi jumps in. And the referee blows the whistle for a free kick. And now we're going to see Para Hills empty the bench. It was Conant who come off before for Smith.
Substitution fouls tonight. Number 20, Gloria Amanda, replaced by number 17, George Castigianis.
So Castigianis comes on for Amanda. And on the far side it's Muradi who goes off. So second change in 2 seconds. Here goes Adelaide City. Laurie Latanzio is offside. Adelaide City still pressing and wanting more here. Probably deep down know that goal difference could be a massive part in where they finish inside the top 6 towards the end of the season. Towards the end of the season, there's only 2 games to go after today. Here's Oliveira. Gets inside. Gary Mana. Does it go for distance? Does he know? He made out he was. Shrisa on the far side is that cut out by Bucco. Now Noah Smith still full of running. Has Brazan to his left. Uses him now. Laurie Latanzio on that hat-trick, lurking around the penalty area now. Noah Smith looked to cut inside and find Laurie Latanzio, but it was Oliveira getting the foot in, and it's out for a corner. Parrios on the far side. Brazan and Buko go over. Wouldn't imagine they're going to play this in the corner, are they? No. Buko does go short. Lower Latanzio. Brazan. Still there. Brazan gets into the box. Oliveira. Lower Latanzio. Bigirimana gets a... Not happy with the free kick, but I think it's for a shirt pull, is it? No? I dare say that Nick Buko might even fancy his chances here on goal. Noah Smith comes over and says, hey, I've scored one today. It's your turn. Or maybe he'll tee up Laurie Latanzio for the hat-trick, who knows? It's Buko over the ball. Three-man wall. Buko. First option is cut out. Now he might go for goal. He does go for goal and it hits the side netting. Ulash goes long. No pursuing. Katsugiannis go up. Sana Smith will pick it up. Little nudge in the back, the referee says play on. Now it's Yulman. Brazan gives it back to Yulman. Merritt shuts him down. Yulman puts it past him though. Leaves the ball behind. Still Yulman. Clips it in. Here's Buko. Might bring it down and shoot. Buko! Just over the crossbar. Nicholas Buko looking to get in on the act here in closing stages. Hills with the ball, looking for Lasana Smith. Smith on the other side cuts it out though. That's Noah Smith. Aberdew. Noah Smith inside, dummies it. Now here's Noah Smith. And away is Adelaide City on the front foot again. Noah Smith goes for goal. Here's Lasana Smith. Katsagiannis is offside. We're into the 90th minute here. Adelaide City still somehow full of running. Looking for a sixth goal to cap this one off. Noah Smith gets forward, turns it over though. Here's Lasana Smith. Can Para Hills maybe get one more consolation? No, not with that effort they won't. And, John Hall just hobbles to his right. I think he would be more than happy for the referee to blow his whistle with no additional time, but maybe we might just get 1 minute, maybe two, with the 4 goals we've seen. Here's Bigirimana, they've turned it over. Cross came Lewis Calo, who picked the ball up. There's a little bit of sequence there. I think that ended up staying in play. Not sure how. But here goes Lewis Latanzio looking for that hat-trick. Gets past Cholwell. A little bit of a tug on the shirt, but the referee says play on. He's not probably going to blow that and send someone off in the 92nd minute, sorry. Pushing the back there by Garachia. Again, Para Hills play short, even though we're into the stoppage time. Here's Ulaj. Here's Abu Hussein. Might cut inside and have a go. No, here's Girimana. Tries to drag it back, loses possession. And Girimana angrily thought there was a free kick against him, but it was in fact Curtis Wordsworth blowing for full time here at Adelaide City Park. In the end, a dominant And free scoring, Adelaide City put 5 goals past Para Hills Knights. Adelaide City finish 5-1 winners here at home. Last week they had chance after chance and only managed to draw. This week they had chance after chance and put 5 goals in the back of the net and take themselves well and truly into the top 6. And next week Adelaide City will look to get the result that cements their place in finals contention and looking for some silverware at the back end of the season. Today it was Louis Laurie-Latanzio with 2 goals, Noah Smith with 1, Franchisi with 1, and the man of the match, I think we're going to have to go with Louis Laurie-Latanzio. 2 goals, was full of energy, could have probably had 3 or 4. Bucco was good as well in the midfield. Noah Smith was great out wide. Unfortunately for Para Hills, probably the goal scorer for them was their best player, and that was Oliveira. So this one comes to an end. And it has stopped raining here to finish this game off again, as happened in the first half. But that's enough from us. It's freezing cold. Time to get out of the cold and warm up. We'll see you again next week. It's Adelaide City 5, Para Hills Knights 1.
Oh yeah, it's all done. Yeah.